Hello, my... Ooh, pardon me. My voice was fine when I was talking to the laptop, replying to, Amber Lynn talking at her phone and telling her audience, oh, I like to do this, this, and this, and then me being like, no, that's so bad for you, what? Stop! um, but then I turn on the camera and immediately it's like... But anyway, my hair's a mess. I've literally just woke up. I've begun wearing my hair in braids when I go to sleep because, I don't know, it's become so long that it's just become a sensory issue for me. My hair just existed, so it's like, I need it to be contained. So it's like I have to put in the 2 braids because it can't be at the back of my head. I just can't do it. And then I put on my bonnet. So yeah. But I couldn't, I had to move the hair towel down because it's like, I couldn't have it up here at my skull either because it's the same as having it at the back of my head. It's like, it's right up there against my skull, and no, I can't do it. So, she was talking about how she can, oh, my glasses are filthy. Oh, God. She was talking about how she, I know, such a flattering angle for me. She was talking about how she was she'll have a billion tabs open because she can only watch a little bit, a couple minutes of a YouTube video at a time. And everything like that. And so she'll sit there and watch a couple minutes and then abandon it, I guess. And I'm just sitting there oh my God, that is so bad for your focus. And it's that reason that I refuse to engage in sites such as TikTok. It's my hair. There we go. I don't like the way it's reflecting the light. It's freaking me out. It's making me think there's something wrong with my skin. Anyway. Yeah, I know, but it's going to set off the compulsion to pick. I do have a problem with it. It's an OCD thing. As someone who genuinely has it. I also have a contamination fear with the OCD. Something that Amber Lynn actually doesn't understand. Because, obviously. It's because if she did, it would be different. She wouldn't just say these quirky things she thinks are quirky and then completely, contradict herself every turn. It's I don't know. For me, I don't know, there are foods in the freezer that are not mine, and if they touch the food that's mine, it's been contaminated by this not mine food that is foreign and contaminated by this otherness of it. And I don't know, there are sweet potatoes in the freezer, sweet potato fries in the communal freezer. And they're way too close to the chicken, in my opinion. And the chicken's not mine, and technically neither are the sweet potato fries, but no one's eating them. But I got my own sweet potato fries that I bought because I really wanted them, and I can't touch the contaminated ones. No, they're too close to the chicken. I'm sorry. If they're close enough that they could even accidentally touch, I just can't do it. Nope. So yeah. That's just one instance of it. It's there are certain foods that can't go near each other in the fridge. Please, Amber, you have no idea what contamination OCD even is close to She just thinks it's this cute, quirky thing she can just pick up. And it's I genuinely have an issue with the water. I don't know what it is about tap water. Water from the tap just It does make me a little sick, but I think it's just because of the fact that it's West Virginia and our water is not good quality. We're kind of one of the poorest states in the United States, so I don't reckon that our water systems are exactly the most robust, considering our funding is quite poor and half of it gets embezzled, allegedly, by our own state government. Allegedly. I say allegedly to cover my own ass, but it's like a open secret within the state. Like everyone here knows it. If there's a government organization in the state, you can almost guarantee that a portion of the state's money and funding that's supposed to be going to the people and to the public functions, the public goods, such as, water, treatment, and food and healthcare and such, and the roads, you can almost guarantee a massive chunk has been absolutely pocketed by someone along the line. It's just been a running joke within the area. Honestly, within the Ohio Valley, it's a running joke. It's just how it is here in the Rust Belt. We just joke that all of our funding dries up because it gets embezzled. And that's how it is, that the people in charge of us are doing so well while we're all starving. It's just a dark, sick joke that makes it easier to cope with the fact that we're all dying. But yeah, I can't drink. Technically, the tap water here in my area actually has an advisory for people who are sickly, elderly, immunocompromised. They're not actually supposed to be drinking it at all. Like, there's an active advisory that I'm not supposed to even be drinking it as an immunocompromised person. It's not recommended for young children to be drinking it either. You have to be above a certain age to be allowed to drink the tap. It doesn't stop anyone. We're dead poor. It's like either that or die of thirst. So it's like, Amber, please, catch yourself on. You're sitting here making a fuss over some tap water, and it's like, oh, look, the filter. Look, the filter surely does make it taste a wee bit better, and it makes it taste a little bit less vomity, I promise. Because I'm promising you, it does taste like straight chemicals. Like, it comes out the sink, and you're like, mmm. What song comes to mind? The song Chlorine by 21 Pilots. Sipping on straight chlorine. Oh my God, that song is my favorite. Reminded me of drinking water straight from the tap. Good times. I find, though, if you boil the water, it's not so bad. Boil the water and you're just fine. So, she's making a mountain out of a molehill. Literally. I don't know what her big issue is. It's just like so frustrating because it's like, bloody hell. Oh, I have to get this Brita filter. Actually, I don't like the Brita filter. And it's like, you know what? Fuck you. I can't even afford a Brita filter. I don't know. I'm beginning to get really pissed off. Maybe that's just me personally, because I'm like at a point where I'm struggling, and the fact that I know that I'm about to have to take on a job that's going to be horribly traumatic for me. And the thing is I know that it's going to be, what's the word? My own fault. Kinda. It's murky, it's grey, you see. It's my own fault, because, I mean, after all, I am the one making the decision. That could be dangerous or stressful, triggering. Being around a bunch of drunken men all the time. But at the same time, there's also like the fact that I need to survive. So it's like, at what point is my trauma deserved and what point is it not? At what point have I brought it upon myself? At what point am I just trying to survive and it is just the consequences of survival? And at what point is survival not worth the trauma? I guess those have been the topics that have been heavy on my mind lately as I've been lacking my sleep. Just all I've been thinking heavy about in the wee hours of night. Cause yeah. Cause it's a true quandary I've got. I don't know. It's a truly difficult question to answer, I reckon. But oh well. Suppose I have to suck it up in the meantime, at least until something else starts to really take off. My outfit tends to get worse in the summer. So I have been once again living on liquids. Like a genius. I had a dream. Oh, it was a very interesting dream. I was in a competition, like a beauty competition, and I was like wearing this dead gorgeous dress, and I was so like lovely. I was down at my regular weight, 110, which is healthy, by the way. It's a healthy weight. It's my normal weight when I'm not stuffing my face with cafeteria food here at the college. But I'm slowly working my way back down. I'm in the 120s now, so in next year I know I'm going to approach it with a lot more of a level head. Stop yawning. But yeah, it's just wow, I went down a complete rabbit hole talking about contaminated water and contamination OCD and all of that. And all of this was stemming from, oh my God, she has an attention span of 2.2 seconds. And that is so bad for the brain. And the thing is, TikTok is wiring the brain in a very harmful manner. So I was learning in psychology that to actually multitask is actually incredibly bad for your brain. It puts more stress and strain on it, and it leaves residue, little crumbs, so to speak, throughout the other tasks you're doing of the other tasks. So it bleeds over because we're not meant to be doing that. It's better, and you end up actually wasting more time. It's not actually as time efficient as people think because of the fact that you have to clean things up and split focus, and take more energy to cleaning up and organizing this focus this way, versus if you focus, okay, here's this amount of time towards this specific topic, and then letting yourself decompress for a moment, palate cleanser, and then changing topic. It is much better to do it that way than to do it the way Amber's doing it. And as an autistic person, I find that switching topics back and forth too often is very painful. I think that's why I don't personally find myself enjoying TikTok. My ADHD is like, yummy TikTok, but my autism is just like, I'd actually rather die. And so as a result, I don't find myself on TikTok often, actually. Honestly, I find myself on TikTok maybe 3 times a year at most. I don't even post on there that often anymore. I actually ended up deleting it whenever America was like, no more TikTok. And I was like, all right, then, fine. No more TikTok. And then when they were like, okay, just kidding, TikTok's back, I was like, nah, I'm over it. No more TikTok. And I haven't downloaded it back. I'm just over it. It was wasting space on my phone. I never hardly ever used it. I know it's very odd. I'm Gen Z and I don't like TikTok. Shocker. Will this isolate me from the rest of my own generation? Maybe. But I'm just too autistic to enjoy TikTok. I don't have enough. Like, my autism is more dominant than the ADHD, I feel. And I cannot enjoy TikTok. It just physically hurts my brain to switch topics so jarringly and so often. It's like, no. My brain doesn't want to work this way. It wants to stay on one thing for hours. This residue is painful. Those crumbs that get sprinkled around, I don't like it. It's not comfortable. So the fact that she's doing this to her brain willingly is incredibly alarming. And the fact is a lot of people are being encouraged to do this kind of thing to their brain. Rewiring how we're capable of focusing and the amount of time we're able to focus and the way we take in information intentionally and willingly without even realizing the damage that we're doing. Is it raining? But anyway, so it's just like, it's so bad for your brain. And doing things like that, by shortening your attention span, actually, you're hurting yourself in the long run when it comes to binge eating, because that short-term gratification is actually going to mean more to you psychologically than the long-term goal. You're not going to be able to focus on okay, yeah, this is a 2-hour video, or this is a 3-hour project, or a 5-hour, 10-hour, 10-year, whatever kind of goal that you're trying to set for yourself. Like med school for me, that's like, 10 years of my life? That's a 10-year goal for me. And I got to continue to focus my energy at it. And I'm okay with that. I am. So it's just, I don't know, it's just like, we are robbing ourselves of the long term for the short term gratification. TikTok is the social media of hedonism. And it is going to be the end of a lot of us, I feel. I feel that it's going to continue spreading very dangerous ideas. It's going to continue spreading very dangerous habits. It's going to continue reinforcing dangerous habits and behaviors. And it's going to continue rewiring people's brains to focus on the now gratification, whether like to an extent without their awareness, I think. And that's the thing that worries me. And the thing that worries me about Amber is the fact that in doing so, when you focus on the now pleasure, it's very quickly able to be like, okay, I can justify a binge. Because you're thinking, well, I want this pleasure right now. Who cares if I am dead in 10 years? Now you see how what I was stating before kind of correlates. You don't focus on long-term goals. You focus on short-term pleasures. And that's how you end up in the situation of indulging in the short-term pleasures until it kills you. And I feel that TikTok is actually reinforcing exactly that. So that is why I refuse to re-download TikTok. That is why I refuse to play this game of participating in the destruction of my own brain. I want long-form content. I want intellectual content. Sorry, pardon me. Mountain Dew is the drink of the Mountain State, by the way. I believe that West Virginia drinks more Mountain Dew than any other state, I swear to God. I think that of all states, I swear, like, I grew up and it's all my mom would drink. But anyway, back on topic. Anywho, but yeah, that's the reason I'm a wee bit burpy. Mountain Dew. Or in my case, Diet Dew. But yeah, long form content is what I would prefer. I'd rather have intellectually stimulating long form content that genuinely feels like it's feeding my hungry mind and giving me something to work with, something informational, something informative, something that I could find interesting. And not, you know, these short little, oh, here's a tiny little blip of this tiny little concept that you'll forget about in 5 seconds. Then on to the next little blip. Like, no. That's just... I've waffled on too long. But yeah, no. Amber Lynn is... Oh, it's so worrying. I just worry a great deal. It's just like... Sorry. I just worry. Because it's like, you know, I don't want anyone to, like, die before they've had a chance to, like, I don't know. I guess I root for everyone to have a redemption arc, as I've mentioned before. Even if sometimes I begin to wonder if they even want it, which I'm beginning to wonder. I'm beginning to wonder if Amber even wants to be better. I'm beginning to wonder if she even wants to lose weight and recover. I'm thinking that she just I'm beginning to think that she just wants to be as she is until the end. And I think that only at the end, when it finally comes for her, will she realize, oh God, actually, I don't want this at all. And only then when that hits her, it'll be too late. And that's what scares me, I think. That is the idea that scares me. Is the thing is, she'll realize she doesn't want this when it's too late. That's the thing that scares me and makes me nervous. Because I don't know. I've lost family and friends to weight issues, as I've mentioned before, and I just